Good evening. As the Deep South struggles to recover from a rare and deadly December tornado outbreak, at least 24 in recent days, focus turns once again to the snow end of the massive storm battering the country. As we come on the air tonight, winter storm alerts are posted for large parts of the Northeast, from Virginia through interior New England, and blizzard conditions are gripping the north central part of the country right now. For days now, it has almost seemed like the tale of two storms, framed by crippling snow on one side and destructive tornadoes on the other. We're covering it all starting in Minnesota tonight with Miguel Almaguer.
Well, Lester, good evening. The city of Duluth is used to big snowstorms, but this one was just historic. They got about 30 inches of snow. It's deep in several areas, and cars like this one, this is what neighborhoods all across this region look like. I want to show you video from outside of this state in the Dakotas and Wyoming. They had an awful time. Blizzard-like conditions, whiteout conditions, wind speeds at over 40 miles an hour. The interstates were just a mess. There were rollovers and wipeouts. There were several serious injuries, and we also know about 145,000 people are without power across this region. This major storm is still on the move tonight. It is headed east. It's going to bring with it up to 16 inches of fresh snow in upstate New York, Lester. So while the storm here has moved on, it's certainly not over. Lester.
A lot of snow, Miguel. Thank you. And in the south, that same storm system causing death and widespread destruction from dozens of tornadoes that swept through 7 states. Morgan Chesky is in Louisiana. And Morgan, the experts just surveying just how many tornadoes there actually were.
Yeah, Lester, they absolutely are, and that number only expected to rise in the days ahead. We do know it was an EF2 tornado that struck this Kelowna neighborhood that tonight leaves families looking for anything they can salvage.
Tonight, the deadly storm system that decimated parts of the South is on the move. Severe thunderstorms and at least one confirmed tornado in Florida, just hours after tornadoes tore through Louisiana, where they killed at least 3 people.
They're going to certify somewhere between 10 and 15 tornadoes.
This massive twister slamming New Orleans neighborhoods.
Oh my God.
And the city's outlying suburbs.
I'm watching my roof come up and it goes boom.
Homes flattened, cars flipped. The trail of destruction isolated but devastating. Families losing everything just days before the holidays.
This was my great-grandfather's house.
In Kelowna, Marlon Brown is salvaging what he can of the home that's been in his family for more than 100 years.
It made it through hurricanes, but...
One tornado. Yeah, unexpectedly.
Do you rebuild?
Yes, I guess we have to.
Since Monday, more than 50 tornadoes have been reported across the South. The outbreak, scientists say, is driven in part by increasingly warmer temperatures. The same massive storm system also bringing blizzard conditions to parts of the northern plains. The Dakotas, Nebraska, and Wyoming pummeled with wind and snow. All as rain, ice, and snow bring dangerous conditions to the mid-Atlantic.
You have to be ready to handle the worst-case scenario.
Much of the Northeast now bracing for its bout with this deadly December storm system. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Kelowna, Louisiana.
Let's get right to Dylan Dreyer now, who's tracking the storm. And Dylan, some areas that usually get a lot of snow are going to get a whole lot of snow this round.
Yeah, that's good news for the ski resorts across New England. But we are still dealing with the snow falling across the interior Northeast that could make roads very slippery. And this is the area we're going to focus on now. The severe threat is gone with this storm system. Now we're going to see the snow as it continues to move up into the north and east. Now, we do still have blizzard warnings because of the snow and the wind out through the Dakotas. And we still have the snow falling through Minnesota, too. But it's in the Northeast where 15 million people are under these winter storm warnings or watches or advisories. Ice is also a concern, too, across Pennsylvania. But we could see 12 to up to 18 inches of snow. Again, mostly the higher elevations and that I-95 corridor. Just rain and the whole thing's gone as we go into Saturday.
All right, Dylan, thanks very much. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.